Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'll be telling you a story about Chandra's marriage. Chandra is the moon god in Vedic astrology and mythology. He is considered to have married the 27 Nakshatras, the daughters of Prajapati and Daksha. Nakshatra simply means constellation in Sanskrit. These 27 constellations make up our lunar mansion. Prajapati and Daksha are Vedic gods who are believed to have created all the stars and planets in our universe. Everyone knows that our zodiac belt is made up of 12 zodiac signs, such as Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, Cancer. Only in traditional astrology, these very signs are broken down into 28 constellations. The 28th constellation is known as Abhijit, which is considered the most auspicious among all the constellations. The story of Chandra's marriage to the 27 nakshatras gives an illustration of the lunar cycle. The story also gives us insight about how astronomy was studied in the ancient world. Astrology is also considered to be the mother of mathematics and sciences such as geometry, calculus, physics, trigonometry, and, of course, astronomy. In mythology, Chandra is depicted as a rapid, as moon moves very fast around the lunar mansion, taking only 28 days. Chandra was destined to marry only one constellation called Revati. However, Chandra was in love with her sister called Rohini and wanted to marry Rohini, who is the most beautiful among the stars. In order to marry Rohini, Chandra decided to one day go to Daksha's palace. One night, Chandra made his way into Daksha's palace to find and marry Rohini. However, there were no lights at the palace. Chandra started bumping into Daksha's daughters in the dark. He wanted to find Rohini and decided to tie the thread of marriage on all daughters of Daksha in case if he had bumped into Rohini. Suddenly the lights turned on and Daksha found out that Chandra had married 27 of his daughters. Daksha was very furious and decided to destroy Chandra as he was only supposed to have married Revati and had broken that promise. After destroying Chandra, Daksha promised he would create another planet that would replace the moon. Chandra's body slowly began to wither away, and the nakshatras started to worry. All the 27 nakshatras began to pray to Lord Shiva to save their husband Chandra from death. Lord Shiva heard their prayers and showed mercy on Moon's life and saved him. Chandra is grateful to Shiva for saving his life, although Shiva also expresses disappointment in Chandra as he was upset that he had broken his promise of marrying Revati. Shiva also expresses that Daksha had every right to take away Chandra's life. As punishment, Chandra would wax and wane every month as his body was withering while dying. This explains the lunar phases, why the moon goes from a full moon to a half moon and then a quarter moon to a crescent moon and to a no moon and new moon, and the cycle starts again with a crescent moon finishing at a full moon again. Every month, Chandra's body would wither and then again come back to life. Shiva also demands Chandra stay on top of his matted hair for protection. Chandra agrees to Shiva's demands and takes up a form of a crescent and goes and sits on top of Shiva's matted hair. That is why Lord Shiva is depicted as having a moon on his head. During his first days of marriage, Chandra only spent time with his favorite wife Rohini. This made the other 26 wives of Chandra feel very neglected. The other 26 nakshatras decided to tell their parents. Prajapati and Daksha that had felt very bad for the other 26 nakshatras decided to go and talk to Moon. They demanded that Chandra spend equal amount of time with all their daughters. Chandra felt bad for making the other nakshatras feel neglected and decided to spend equal amount of time with them and agreed to this. Chandra spends approximately one day in each constellation, and that is why one lunar cycle around the zodiac belt takes 28 days. This is also equivalent to 1 month, and that is how the monthly calendar was formed. The moon waxes and wanes through the lunar cycle, reflecting Shiva's curse on the moon. Rohini appears to be the longest constellation in the sky in the zodiac sign of Taurus, from 10 to 13.2 degrees. And when Moon enters Rohini, located in the zodiac sign of Taurus, Moon appears as if he has stopped because Moon in this constellation has reached the same speed as Earth. And that is my story of the Moon's marriage to all the constellations in our lunar cycle. Another very interesting fact is, as Moon was very grateful for Lord Shiva for saving his life, Moon decided to build a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva in India called Somnath Temple. I hope you enjoyed my story about Chandra's marriage and how the lunar cycle is illustrated in the form of a mythology. Thank you for listening.